Alright, this will be our final section of triangle congruence. We're going to look at the angle side angle congruence theorem and the angle side congruence theorem. For the angle side angle, in the page before the video, it goes through another big uh, deal to prove the theorem, where they do the rotating, translating, and all that to um, prove. I'm not concerned about us being able to prove the theorem. We just want to be able to use the theorem. So what it says is, if you have two congruent angles and the line that connects them congruent on two triangles, then the two triangles are congruent. The next one is the angle side theorem that says, if you have two angles that are congruent and a congruent angle that is not included, um, that are the same on two triangles, then the two triangles are congruent. So the proof here is the same. You can look and you can see that if these two angles and those two angles are congruent, then the other angles are congruent as well, because they all have to add up to 180 degrees, and if you have two in both triangles that are congruent, the third has to be congruent. And then you can use the fact that this is congruent and this is congruent and that is congruent, so you could use angle side angle to prove that congruence after doing. Alright, so we want to write a proof here that says triangle ABD is congruent to triangle EBC, I believe. Yes. Alright. So we are given the fact that segment AD is congruent, or parallel, to segment CF. And because they are parallel, angle C and angle D must be congruent, because they're alternate interior angles. So this is given. We can say now that angle D is congruent to angle C, and that's alternate interior angles. Alright, so with that, we know that the segment BD is congruent to segment BC. Again, that was given to us. So now we can say the angle ABD is congruent to angle EBC, and those are because of alternate or vertical angles. So two lines that intersect the vertical angles are congruent. So now we have two angles congruent in here, angles congruent here, and the side congruent in the middle. So now we can say that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle EBC, and that is the angle side angle theorem, angle side angle congruence theorem. Alright, looking for... Okay, so here we have H and G. HF and GK are parallel lines. Angles F and angle K are right angles, and we want to prove that the two triangles are similar or congruent, HFG and GHK. So we're going to look here first. We're going to put that HF is parallel to GK, and that was given to us. We know the angle, because they were given, that angle here and here are going to be congruent because they're alternate interior angles. So I'm going to go GHF, angle GHF is congruent to angle KHG or HGK. Again, that's alternate interior angles. Also, we know that angle F and angle K are right angles. That was given. And that means that angle F is congruent to angle K. Because right angles are congruent. We can also state that segment HG in the middle is congruent with segment HG. Again, that's the reflexive property. So now we have congruence here, congruence with two angles. So we have angle F, angle H, and HG being congruent, and we have angle K, angle G, and that being congruent. So we can now say that triangle HFG is congruent to triangle GKH, and that's with the angle side congruence theorem. So let's just review different things we can use. If we have two sides and the included angle being congruent, that's called side angle side. If all three sides are congruent, that's the side. If we have the hypotenuse of a right triangle and a leg of a right triangle being congruent in two triangles, that's the hypotenuse leg. Somewhere there's going to be a leg theorem for right triangles and an angle leg theorem that would have been brought out in the exercises. I won't test you on those because we didn't do those. If you have two angles that are congruent and the line that's included between them congruent, that is the angle side angle congruency theorem. And if you have two angles and a non-included side congruent. You also have um, the angle side congruency, because that last angles are going to be congruent as well.